My name is Andrei Vashin, and I'm a CEO of DYNINNO Group, and I am responsible here for all technology-related activities, including technology strategy and leading of IT team. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone here who come personally here, and those who are watching us, who are watching our live streaming on YouTube. So thank you for coming, guys. And of course, special thanks and special greetings comes to Mikhail and Thomas, so the guys from Elastic. It's actually the first time when the team that is behind the open source Elastic stack comes to Riga. As Thomas said, we here at DYNINNO use some products from Elastic, and I will show you a couple of examples of the use. And because of that, we are very happy to host this event. And thank you one more time, guys, for coming. Yep. So as I said, Elastic products are the part of our technology stack here at DYNINNO, and I will show a couple of examples how we use it. But let me start with just a very short introduction. What is DYNINNO actually is about? Right? DYNINNO is a group of international companies. The company has been operating since 2004. And here we have three businesses, or there are three industries where we are active. The first one and the largest one is travel. Here in travel, we actually sell air tickets. And our focus or expertise and specializations, not just such cases like direct flight from one point to another, but we actually are focused on some complex cases when your journey consists of different connections, and you would like to visit a number of locations along the way to your final destination. The second industry is fintech. We actually started to be active in such area 5 years ago only, so it's the youngest actually business direction for us. And currently, here we provide different kind of credit products, so like credit line or consumer loans and microcredit, of course. Yeah, and our vision here to expand the scope of financial and banking products we provide, and finally become a digital bank. And the third business direction is entertainment, or as we call it, casting. Here we provide services that match supporting actors or actors in episodes and film producers and film directors. You can think about such services and products like niche social network where the ones are looking for others. All those business directions or companies provide services globally. Just for example, the main market for travel is United States. Casting works with Hollywood and with Canadian film producers. Fintech operates in Russia and in some countries around Europe. And here in Riga, we have a company, DYNATECH, which actually provide IT services for all those three businesses. So those IT services are software development, maintaining of server infrastructure, network infrastructure. We have 12 offices all around the world, so maintaining of these offices also happens from here, from Riga, from this building. Yeah, as I said, the company is global. Yep, so 12 offices all around the world. We have offices in North America, in South America, in Colombia, offices all around Europe, UK, Romania, Latvia, of course, and Russia, Moldova. We have even office in Africa, in Cairo. Then there are couple offices in Asia, in the Philippines, and the youngest office we just launched last October is located in New Delhi in India. And here are some facts about our company. So we operate in more than 50 markets, more than 50 countries. To do that, my colleagues speak 12 languages. To provide our services, we have our own call centers. And in those call centers, more than 1,200 agents work for us. Here in Riga, our IT team consists of more than 200 specialists. And the team is growing. We have open positions, so just visit dynatech.lv to check what kind of positions we have. And also, there are about 400 my colleagues from other departments like marketing, accounting, HR, PR, and others. Some facts about our technologies. Everything we develop, develop software, we do in-house. So we do not outsource software development to external companies. And here we have about 150 different kind of projects, from small, tiny microservices to quite large CRM systems. Our server infrastructure consists of more than 200 servers, and it's growing. We actually mostly host our servers on Amazon, AWS. And we use actually a wide number of different programming languages. The main language for us here is PHP, but we have solutions written in Java, in JavaScript, Node.js, and Python, and others. As I said, we have our own call centers. There are 7. And they use web solution written again here in this company based on Asterisk and FreeSwitch. And our agents, in a normal day, they make 230,000 calls in a normal day. And in peak hours, they actually speak with about 16,000 clients per hour. Also, I would like to mention that we have our own analytic system. It serves about 7 million events per hour in peak hours. And every day, 150 gigabytes of data, of new data comes. And the analytic system actually is able to process the data and store the data for the further analysis. This actually mostly it about the company itself, the holding itself. Yeah? And now I would like to share with you just a couple examples of the usage of the Elastic products here at DYNINNO. Mostly we use Elastic products to cover those 2 domains, security monitoring and log management. In case of security monitoring, with help of Elastic product, we are trying to detect attempts of fraud. Also, we monitor unauthorized access to our systems, and we monitor access to the most critical data. In case of log management, actually nothing new here, so we use classical model of log management. Yeah? So we have centralized storage for our logs and events from applications to be able to dig among those logs to make search. And also we create, sometimes we create reports based on data from those logs. Let me show how we do it. And let's start from monitoring. First of all, we use different protocols how to deliver data to Elastic Stack. For example, in case of our database servers, we use FileBit to deliver logs from our database server to ELK. Then in case of, there is syslog. Syslog we use to deliver data from operating systems and from different appliances like network devices like switches, routers, etc. Where from devices where are you not able to install bits, for example. Yeah, so there is syslog, and this is it. So Logstash supports syslog. We use syslog there, and also in some places we use even HTTP protocol to deliver some events from our applications to ELK stack. Also, it's worth to mention that here you see we use Logstash, so we do not send data directly to Elasticsearch. And there is a reason, because Logstash can transform your data. In case of security monitoring, for example, we don't need all the data from logs we send. So by Logstash, we extract only necessary data. And additional with that, sometimes we need to enrich our events. And again, Logstash helps us with that. I will show you later how it's done. Then Logstash stores data to Elasticsearch, and we use Kibana for visualization. So Logstash, as I said, Logstash can transform your data. There is a plugin in Logstash, plugin ecosystem. As I know, there are about 200 different plugins that's already written and ready to use. So we use this mechanism. This particular piece of code actually calculates fraud score of the events. We have a set of keywords, and in every event we are looking for, and every keyword actually has its own fraud score. So when we get an event from application, we are looking for those keywords. In case we find some keywords, or maybe, I don't know, few keywords, we just add the fraud score to the event. And then we are able to create such kind of reports to check, just example dashboard. On the top, you see fraud score by day. Yep, from all the events. And on the bottom, you can see the top of the most popular those keywords we found in those events. Yeah, and also I mentioned about syslog and about logs from operating system and from network devices. Actually, because we send those logs to ELK stack, we are able to monitor some suspicious activities, just for example, like brute force SSH attacks. Yeah, and we can recognize from what IP addresses those attacks are performed, which hosts are affected, which usernames are used to log into our systems. And also, I put those examples of visualization because Elasticsearch has geo types of data, like data point, like city and country, and Kibana has such a nice visualization as Elastic Maps, so we can put those events or logs we get from application to the maps, and we are able to see those attempts on the map. Yep, so quite nice visualization. Yep. And let's move on to log management. Here we also use, we send logs and events from our applications to Logstash again. But here, as you see, we use Fluentd. I don't know who are familiar with Fluentd. Yeah, it's data collector, quite popular, and it uses its own protocol, Fluent, to deliver data. The reason of that, because we we actually just started to migrate to YILKA stack, migrate log management just a few months ago. And our previous log management actually, delivery of logs for previous log management was based on Fluentd. So we decided not to change this approach at the first stage, and especially when we discovered that Logstash actually has support Fluent protocol. So we decided not to change this approach at the first stage. Later on, maybe, I don't know, we will change these collectors to file bits or whatever, but currently as it is. And here, again, we send the events and the logs to Logstash. And here we use Logstash not only for transforming data, but for delivering data to different destinations. As you see here, we store data to Amazon S3, so block storage from Amazon, for further archiving the data. And in parallel of that, we send the logs to Elasticsearch for further analysis of the logs. And here in Elastic Stack, we implemented this architecture, hot, warm, cold architecture. Elasticsearch has built-in retention mechanism. It's called index lifecycle policy. So we use this mechanism, and it works like this. So the logs for today, they are the most heavily searched, and they are coming all the time. Yep, that means to be able to make search amongst those logs, you need to all the time reindex or recreate indexes. And that means that the best way, as we know, the most performance storage is RAM. It's operating memory. Yeah, so that means that if you have a lot of data, and we have about 200 gigabytes every day data coming, so that means that you will need a huge amount of RAM. So, and this is actually what hot set in our case is about. So we store here data only for one day. We use for that very I would say expensive setup. Hot set consists of input-output optimized instances from Amazon, which use NVM storage. Yep. And here we are able to store 200 gigabytes of data, and the searches among this hot set are performed less than 10 seconds. So every search results from search we can get less than in 10 seconds. Then there is a warm set. It consists of just generic instances from Amazon, M5 or whatever, with just standard magnetic drives. And here we are able to store 30 days, last 30 days of data. In our case, it's about 3 terabytes. And searches among this particular set return results from 50 to 100 seconds, something like that. And then we have cold storage, which consists actually from burstable instances with EBS cold volumes. It's actually the cheapest setup Amazon provides. Yeah, and here we store the rest of the data for the last 6 months. And you see here that in the cold storage we still have less data than in warm because, as I said, so we just started, I don't know, 3 maybe months ago to send logs here. So this is the reason. And then, of course, we use Kibana for different kinds of visualizations. Kibana has quite nice and quite rich set of different visualization, donut chart, bars, and line chart. I already showed you those maps. Yeah. So here, just for example, yeah, we are able to see status codes from our VoIP servers, errors, traffic. Also, I don't know, some tables use Kibana has. So as I said, so quite rich examples. This is actually was just a couple examples how we use. We also are doing some research in terms of analytics. So how to use Elasticsearch for analytic purposes. We are still investigating how we can use Elastic products better in terms of security monitoring. And yeah, it was just a couple examples. If you want to know more how we use and our plans, how we are going to use, maybe, I don't know, some our experience in terms of Elastic, so just catch me up and we'll be here around the venue. And this was it. This is it for now.